Cristiano, stop. Don't move. Before you hear another word, I want you to look at your life. Are you in control or are you a slave to how people treat you? Most of you are bleeding because you let amateurs play with your heart. You think I'm lucky to be this focused? Lies. This isn't a video, this is a confrontation. If you are part of the 1% who actually has the hunger to rebuild their soul into a fortress, comment, I am present right now. Mark your territory. If you're here for entertainment, leave. I'm not here to entertain you, I'm here to wake you up. This is the blueprint of how I killed my weakness to become a king. People assume the sharpness in me is natural. They see the trophy, they don't see the funeral. I had to bury the version of myself that was nice, the version that begged for explanations. I became this way, the same way a body grows scar tissue. It's not for aesthetics, it's for survival. I used to enter a room and hope people liked me. Now, I enter a room and I observe who has the discipline to stand next to me. I studied silence like a battlefield. Every word I speak now is a calculated strike. Why? Because I realize that what people don't say will destroy you faster than what they do. The person who replaced the old me wasn't built for softness. He was built for the gold. You didn't break me. You forced me to evolve into a version that doesn't need you to function. That is the ultimate victory. You think abandonment is about someone leaving? No. Abandonment is presence without permanence. It's the torture of having someone close enough to matter, but distant enough to make you doubt your own reality. They rewired my instincts and then disappeared, leaving me with a system they installed. But here's where they failed. They forgot I am a master of systems. I took that chaos and I turned it into structure. I stopped expecting consistency. I stopped interpreting warmth as safety. Now, I watch patterns, not promises. Promises are for children. Patterns are for professionals. If your pattern is inconsistent, you are a liability. And in my life, I don't negotiate with liabilities. I'm not closed off, I'm calibrated. There is a difference. One is fear, the other is a standard. People romanticize depth. They think it's poetic. It's not. Depth is heavy. Depth is a memory that refuses to fade. It is the strength to hold contradictions without collapsing. I learned how to love someone who confused me, and then I learned something harder: how to live without needing them. That's when the real transformation happened. That's when I realized that some people don't hurt you because they're cruel. They hurt you because they are losers. They don't know how to stay without losing themselves. Instead of hating them, I distanced myself. That is the strength nobody applauds. The strength to walk away silently. No drama, no Instagram posts, no crying for attention, just a clean, surgical detachment. I rebuilt my identity around self-containment. I chose the version of me that respects himself more than he misses you. Let's talk about the walls. People say they are a prison. To me, they are a filter. My doors don't slam, they simply don't open for those without the key. Detachment isn't numbness, it is selective engagement. It's feeling the pain, but refusing to let it own the captain's chair. I used to believe staying was strength. I was wrong. Sometimes staying is just a lack of self-respect. I don't argue for space anymore. I take it, I don't explain my boundaries twice. If you don't respect them the first time, you lose access. Access to me is a responsibility, not a right. Intensity is easy. Anybody can be intense for a week. But stability? Stability is rare. I chose rare. I chose to be the man who doesn't panic in uncertainty. Here's the truth. The version of me that would have stayed through your confusion no longer exists. You don't get a second chance to mishandle a king. I don't wish you harm. I just don't make space for you. I have learned to choose myself without apology. I have learned to detach without becoming a villain. Growth doesn't announce itself with a trumpet. It shows up in your thresholds. Now, when someone approaches me with half presence, I feel nothing. When someone mistakes my calm for passivity, they learn very quickly that my stillness is intentional. I am not guarded, I am precise. The cost of access to me is no longer endurance. It is consistency. If you can't meet that, stay away. I am at the top and I am not looking back. The game is over. You have the blueprint. Now, the question is, are you going to remain a victim of your emotions, or are you going to become the architect of your soul?